what's up YouTube? Yo boy Crypto Tone coming at ya with another video. So wanted to go over a little bit about Bakkt because Bakkt has really been quiet lately and I just don't understand why. Well, I do understand why. It's really because they're just Bakkt can't come out, they can't do anything unless the CFTC says okay, go ahead, and they have not done so yet. I believe that they are gearing up for that. They did say May, but of course, it depends on what the CFTC comes out and says. Now, the CFTC needed to make an exception because the settlements are not going to happen in cash, and this is a completely new realm that they're entering where settlements have to be made in a completely new currency. So they need to reword all their documents and all that other stuff, and that stuff takes time. This was supposed to get done back in November. It didn't. Then they pushed it back to January, and unfortunately that couldn't get done because they blamed it on the government shutdown and things like that. So now that the government's back to normal and everything's good, we should be able to get an answer soon, but people want to know what's going on with Bakkt. We know that Starbucks is going to be accepting Bitcoin soon, but when are we going to start seeing commercials on it and things like that? I mean, not that a lot of us watch TV anymore, but can we see some Bitcoin commercials? That would be nice. So, Bakkt's mission to make crypto mainstream quickly approaching. Bakkt is a very anticipated Bitcoin futures exchange from Intercontinental Exchange, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, and has now hinted at a new release date. Oh my God, I want to know. As Bakkt's CEO Kelly Loeffler writes in the announcement posted on Medium, that race day is approaching as the startup is awaiting regulatory approval from the U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC. And not to mention the Giancarlo guy, he really likes Bitcoin. So that's another good sign there. So I'm sure we're going to be okay here. As Bakkt's CEO Kelly Loeffler writes in the announcement posted on Medium that race day is approaching. As we work through regulatory approvals, we are mindful that the infrastructure we are building has the potential to create more opportunities for digital assets to grow in relevance and trust by being more secure, investable, and useful. As a former marathoner, this point in time recalls the stage in the training regimen when you're putting in long runs with your training team. Race day is approaching and there is more work to be done. I'm proud to be going the distance and with this growing team and the culture we are building while bringing digital assets into the mainstream economy. Appearing on Block TV, CFTC Commissioner Dan Berkowitz says he and the team is working day and night on all the applications that they're reviewing, including Bakkt. Even though there were several delays of Bakkt's application, the commission is pro-crypto as well as pro-innovation, and the regulatory rigor, he explains, that is about getting the bad guys. So again, they have come out and said that they love Bitcoin. You also have Mama Bitcoin, that Hester Pierce lady who loves Bitcoin as well from the SEC. So, I really think it's if you look at if you really go back in time, 200 years ago, there weren't even cars on the street. I mean, now we can move money from point A to point B like that, and soon we're gonna have augmented reality where you could see another human in your room, using some kind of technological device like a phone or something like that. So these things are coming, guys. These things are all possible. Something like that is like what they had in Star Wars, where it was like person would just show up right in front of you. That kind of stuff is possible now, and it's 100% coming. Doesn't mean the person's actually going to be in the room, but there's going to be it's going to look like it. So same thing goes for money now, where we could get value from here to, I always use China as I don't know why, but I could send money from America to China in seconds and not have to really worry about high fees or anything like that. And I'm undetected for the most part. And guys, it's almost inevitable that this is coming. They want this to happen. They just need to make sure everything is crispy Kreme. What's a better word? Crystal clear. They want everything to be crystal clear and everybody to be, content with crypto. So because there are a lot of bad guys out there. We know that there's a lot of scammers in crypto. So we think that these technologies may take some time to develop. In the short term, there may be uses for cryptocurrency. In the long term, blockchain, I think we're looking at a process of several years. The team over at Bakkt has just expanded with the new hire of Mike Blandina, a former Silicon Valley software engineer. Blandina joins Bakkt as the firm's chief product officer. Blandina's main focus, though, is all aimed at use cases for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in real world. So, smart guy to get on board, I would say. Blandina has served as a digital payment specialist in the past, as well as head of payments and credit engineering at PayPal and director of engineering for Google Wallet at Google. So this guy has experience. That's definitely what they need. So seems like Bakkt wants to start, letting people know that they're ready. Of course, I really don't like the fact that they came out and said all this stuff like, oh, we're definitely going to come out in January. They said they were going to come out in November. Didn't happen. So I really hope, I know it's approaching quicker, but I think they needed to clarify better when it came to the CFTC needing to approve first. So they want to make their deadlines, but at the end of the day, the deadline is really when the CFTC says it, because they're the ones that are the boss. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Is Bakkt going to come out in May, or are they going to back it up again? Because that would suck if they did, but I wouldn't be shocked. So with that being said, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Holla at your boy. Peace.